Hello, and welcome to Speak Ready English. I am Jack, coming to you from Toronto, and I am really happy you are here with me today. Before we start, let me tell you what makes this podcast special. Every word I say is clear and slow. Every sentence is spoken carefully. Why? Because this podcast is not just for listening, it is for practicing. You can listen and word. You can repeat after me. You can even use this for shadowing practice. Shadowing means you speak at the same time as me, copying my rhythm and pronunciation. This is one of the best ways to improve your speaking. So feel free to pause, repeat, and practice as much as you want. This is your safe space to learn. Now, let me ask you something. When someone says, "Tell me about your weekend," both are correct. American English usually uses "on the weekend." British English often uses "at the weekend." So you say, "On the weekend, I visited my friend," or "at the weekend, I stayed home," not "in the weekend." Now you know. Okay, let me teach you some really useful words and phrases for describing your weekend activities. First word, relax. This means to rest, to take it easy, to not do anything stressful. You can say, "I relaxed on Saturday," or "I just wanted to relax." This is one of the most common things people do on weekends. Next phrase, spend time. This means to use your time doing something or being with someone. You say, "I spent time with my family," or "I spent time reading a book." Notice we say, spend time, not pastime in this context. Spend time is the natural way. Another great phrase, stay in. This means to stay at home, to not go out. You can say, "I stayed in on Saturday night," or "I just wanted to relax." This is one of the most common things people do on weekends. Next phrase, spend time. This means to use your time doing something or being with someone. You say, "I spent time with my family," or "I spent time reading a book." Notice we say spend time, not pass time in this context. Spend time is the natural way. Another great phrase, stay in. This means to stay at home, to not go out. You can say, "I stayed in on Saturday night," or "I just wanted to stay in and watch movies." This is very common. The opposite is go out. Go out means to leave your home for entertainment or social activities. "I went out with friends on Friday night." Here is a phrase native speakers use all the time, hang out. This means to spend casual time with friends, just relaxing together, not doing anything special. You say, "I hung out with my friends," or "we just hung out at the coffee shop." This is super common. Try it. "I hung out with my friends." Natural, right? Now, second mistake. Many students say, "I made shopping on Saturday," and I understand. In some languages, you make shopping, but in English we say went shopping, not made shopping. You say, "I went shopping," or "I went to the shops." Use go for shopping, not make. Remember that. Let me give you another really useful phrase, catch up on. This means to do something you did not have time for during the week. You can say, "I caught up on sleep," which means you slept a lot because you were tired. Or, "I caught up on my favorite TV show," which means you watched episodes you missed. This phrase is so useful. I caught up on sleep. Try it. Next phrase, run errands. Errands are small tasks you need to do, like going to the bank, buying groceries, mailing a letter. You say, "I ran some errands on Saturday morning." This is a very natural expression. Native speakers say this all the time. Another one, do chores. Chores are household tasks, like cleaning, washing dishes, doing laundry. You say, "I did chores all morning," or "I had to do some chores." Not fun, but necessary, right? Now, The third mistake. Students often say, I stayed in home, but we do not say in home. We say at home. You say, I stayed at home, or I was at home all day. The correct preposition is at, not in. Small word, big difference. Let me teach you two feeling words. Have fun and enjoy. When you have fun, it means you have a good time. You feel happy. You say, I had fun with my friends, or we had so much fun. Enjoy means to like something, to get pleasure from it. You say, I enjoyed the movie, or I really enjoyed my weekend. Both are great for describing positive experiences. Another useful word, visit. This means to go see someone or some place. You say, I visited my parents, or I visited a museum. Simple and clear. Here's the fourth mistake, and this one is really common. Students use past continuous too much. They say, on Saturday, I was waking up at 9, then I was eating breakfast, then I was going to the park. This sounds unnatural. For weekend stories, use past simple for completed actions. I woke up at 9. I ate breakfast. I went to the park. Much better. Save past continuous for actions in progress at a specific moment. At 10 o'clock, I was drinking coffee. But for your weekend story, past simple is more natural. Now, let me teach you 3 expressions that native speakers use constantly when talking about weekends. First expression, nothing special. When someone asks, what did you do this weekend? And you did not do anything unusual, you can say, nothing special, just relaxed at home. This is very natural. It means your weekend was normal, ordinary, but that is okay. Nothing special is a complete answer. Second expression, it was pretty good. When someone asks, how was your weekend? You can answer, it was pretty good. Thanks. Pretty good means good but not amazing. It is a common natural response. Try it. My weekend was pretty good. Third expression, how was your weekend? This is the question people ask. You need to recognize it and know how to answer. How was your weekend? Answer, it was great, or it was relaxing, or it was busy. Simple answers work perfectly. Let me give you one more common phrase. Typical weekend. This means a normal, usual weekend, nothing different. You can say, it was a typical weekend. I ran errands and relaxed. This tells people your weekend was ordinary. Now, the fifth mistake. This is about question formation. Students often say, what you did on the weekend. Wrong word order. In questions, we need did before you. The correct question is, what did you do on the weekend? Notice the order. What did you do? Not what you did. This is really important for sounding natural. Okay, let me teach you how to build a simple answer. Someone asks, what did you do this weekend? You can say, on Saturday, I went shopping. Then I hung out with friends. On Sunday, I stayed in and caught up on sleep. See how easy that is? You use the phrases we learned, natural and clear. Think about your own weekend for a moment. What did you do? Try to say one sentence in English. Use past simple, I relaxed, or I went out, or I stayed at home. Can you say it? Good. You are doing really well. Your brain is processing all these words and phrases. Every sentence you hear is helping you speak more naturally. Okay, let us think about what we learned today. We covered 15 useful words and phrases for talking about your weekend. Words like relax, spend time, visit. Phrases like hang out, catch up on, run errands. And those 3 native expressions, nothing special, it was pretty good, And how was your weekend? These are the building blocks for natural weekend conversations. Remember those 3 ready-made sentences I promised you? Here they are. Sentence 1. I had a relaxing weekend. This works anytime you rested and did not do much. Sentence 2. I hung out with friends. This works when you spent casual time with people. Sentence 3. Nothing special, just the usual. This works when someone asks what you did and it was a normal weekend. 3 sentences. Use them. They sound natural and confident every single time. Quick practice. Think about last weekend. Now choose one phrase we learned today. Maybe I went shopping, or I stayed in, or I caught up on sleep. Say it out loud right now. Your turn. Okay, homework time. This week, I want you to write 5 sentences about your last weekend. Use the phrases we learned today. For example, you could write, on Saturday, I ran errands. Then, I hung out with my sister. On Sunday, I stayed in and caught up on my favorite show. I relaxed all day. It was a pretty good weekend. Write your sentences in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I love hearing from you. So please, share with me. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It means a lot to me. If this podcast helped you, please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Tell me about your weekend. It really helps me. Really. Until then, keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself. Remember, every sentence you practice makes you stronger. See you in the next podcast. Bye for now.